got good punch. You got good crisp, good clean, clear articulation and good punch right now as it is. So, yeah, I like it. It sounds good. Anyway, hey, pile driver, doing a good job over here on the central coast of California. Appreciate the bunk down to get back into chit-chat. Big old Merry Christmas wave and a Happy New Year going around back around your neck of the woods. Pile driver, Motormouth Mall, waving. I got all the way up.
That's right. I flew my last phone. That was the basic strata 8. Here they are going. I went down to some phone with 700 bucks. That was
Hey, load driver, I hear you out there too around Central Florida. Hey, load driver, you making the trip out here? Motormouth Mall with the wave right back, and hello everybody on YouTube. I see up in there, Mr. 806 Motormouth Mall, working the small ball peen hammer, waving, and hope everything is all well and swell around your neck of the woods. Radio DX1, Motormouth Mall waving, up around the northeast corner, and good to see up in there. And 31, I see up there waving from Alabama, and hello there, ID 780 over there around Florida. Motormouth Mall working the small ball peen hammer, got down right there, breaker. Hey, Deacon Tucker, you making a good trip out here one more time again. Ain't no doubt about that. Deacon Tucker, Motormouth Mall, looking around South Carolina, break.
The trucker shafts on them like Wilson's.
Well, I'm probably about 60% ready. I'm not all the way ready, but I'm getting there. Hey, Deacon Tucker, I'm slowly getting there, break.
I've been all over these doctor's appointments the past couple of weeks, and these medical homes full of these idiots with the not just one or two, the whole entire staff is woke. Come on, man. And they're horrible. They can't do their jobs. They can't even do a half-assed job. Man, I'm getting sick of it.
410, Deacon Tucker. I appreciate that. I'll stop in for that cup of coffee. You know me, I always like a cup of coffee. No doubt about that. Deacon Tucker, take care. Blessings and good graces all the way around your place. Motormouth Mall working the small ball peen hammer, stepping right there, right now, break.
How about it, DX-Land? How about it, DX-Land? 435.
I heard you up in there, Green Dragon, Jacksonville, Florida. I got you up in there as well, the break. Hey, Diesel, there you are right there. Diesel in Georgia, big old wave one more time in the world of sound. Your West Coast beast. Got down.
Anybody got that 34?
Diesel, sounds good. Enjoy your sunny day over there. Get what you got to get done out there, and we'll catch you back a little bit later on. Appreciate the bump down to get down in the world of sound. Hey, Diesel, you started the gate, and it looks like we got 56 minutes and 47 seconds, so you're going to be ending the gate. Hey, Diesel, take care. Blessings and good graces. Motormouth Mall stepping right there, right now. Breaker.
Southern Wisconsin, 455 Bakersfield. Hello, Hollywood.
Hey, Hollywood, I gotta say hello to you two real fast before I get out of here. Hey, Hollywood, take care, 7-3. Hollywood, Motormouth Mall, stepping right there, right now, break. Ginger, Hollywood, have a good day. I'll be back a little bit later on. I got to step away from the radio, say 73 for the time being, but I'll catch you a little bit later on. Hey, Hollywood radio station, Motormouth Mall, stepping. I got down, breaker. $410. I'll see you. Bye.
You heard what? And you know what? Another thing that I'm getting sick of?
I gotta say hello to Trike and Georgia real fast also. Let me get my knees up in the breeze. Hello, Trike. Motormouth Mall waving. I'm back out.
That's false advertisement right there. They need to quit doing that. Somebody get Wild Child, man. Let him know 278 holler. Somebody get Wild Child for me, 278. Oh, they're rotten. Yeah, you bet. Yeah, it's all bad. It's a false advertisement all the way. I tell you what, you better get Hollywood.
That was 429 in there. They matched it up with you. 951 checkpoint. I'm waving right back.
Hey, Johnny, you see, they trying to cut me up, man. I can use up in your bed. That's all bad. You'll get Hollywood. Okay, see you, man. Dirty D know how to pay attention to the radio. You see that? Now, Dirty know how to pay attention. Oh, he's a chicken man. I don't know what Wild Child had today. No copy on Wild Child. I'm going to get up out of Dirty's radio. I don't want to be committed to sin and so you feel like I can see. Yeah, right back round the band. Hey, number 7. Way around Big Bam, man. My boy was trained, man, out there with you, man. State of Alabama. Hey, number 7, you got 347. Let's see. You got the other chap thinking, hey, shucks, man. Sometimes I just can't remember everybody like I want to. But you got a bunch of Oh, I know. You know, I know. Point on the west side. Checkpoint. Oh, yeah, you bet. He absolutely is. Oh, yeah, you better believe it is. The thing is those pilots, you know, I'm going to put the blame on Dirty. I work on blame Hollywood. No one's going to prison. No one's going down for it. They just got away with it. Scot-free. You know? And these politicians that aren't in office anymore, you know, they're off running, living their lives rich. Rich. 47. Big plane in the Cascades, just trying to get my knees in. Come on. Eat me something to eat. I'm going to go get my brother. I'm going to get me something to eat, man. I ain't gonna worry about this show right now. Show here. I'm going to go get me something to eat. That's what I'm going to do. I wasn't even, I didn't even have my foot on the gas pedal. I was just on my barefoot radio, this old Lincoln. And now I got the gas pedal down. How about that? How about now? The big man just dropped his hammer, and I'm reading the mail. Don't fear all your you got me your show here. Don't spend all your money in one place, I tell you what, I can't even see it. Okay. Yeah, 10 Rosie. 10 Royal. Oh, Royal. Flying high above, baby. 31 Alabama, I hear you too. I do. You're making a good trip out of Alabama. I'll go ahead and put my foot down. You know how it goes. Checkpoint, checkpoint, checkpoint. West side checkpoint. Got it all, got it all. No doubt about it. Rim shot, tearing it up here. So, but anywho, yeah, you can't trust anyone anymore. These women, yeah, they're looking for a place to stay. You know, the first thing they want to do, the first thing they do is start leaving their shoes behind. You know, oh, I forgot my shoes. You know, like it's an accident. And next thing you know, you go to the bathroom and you got a purple shower curtain and it's all girly in there. You know, they got it set up like a vanity. You know, what's that all about? They don't even ask? Come on.
West Coast Radio, 305, Fresno, California.
How about that Einstein? How about it, Einstein?
Yep. Yeah, next thing you know, they fill your house full of girl stuff, you know. And I'm guessing that's a trust thing. They're doing that, say, you know. I don't know, man. I don't think like they do. I just assume things, you know. But just not like you ain't gonna get the truth out of anyone. And then the second they get pissed off at you, they're gonna load it. They're gonna load all that stuff up, and it takes them an hour and a half for them to get the hell out of your house. I don't like that part. You know, I don't like that. Enough's enough. You know what I mean?
One more time for that Einstein. 455 Bakerfield.
Welcome to the good old days of being a go bag. They're gonna get it and go play.
They're playing in the casket.
Well, they do. They got their go bag. Well, they got like 3 of them. This last girl I was dating would show up with like 3 like big old bags like with wheels on them, you know, just to stay for Friday, Saturday till Sunday, you know. Well, you know, it all starts with you got one bag. Well, then you look in their vehicle when they're leaving, and it seems like those bags just don't never go anywhere. They stay in their vehicle, you know. So they're constantly on the dugout.
Happy holidays, brother. What's shaking? Stacking the shot right back.
Hey, Hollywood, what are you babbling about out there?
Yeah, that sounds like my Dana Point days. Now that I live out here. Yeah, ain't like that.
Get up out of this mud duck hole. Out in Hollywood, 0283 Brass Monkey, try and break.
There's no selection. It's not even an option. These women that live around here are no good.
Well, good morning to you, Mr. Hollywood. Man, I heard you in there. I wanted to try to sneak in there and wave a hand. I heard you talking. So I thought I'd sit down and say howdy.
Yeah, exactly. That's some sheltered.
Here's Eugene Johnson out there. 455 Bakerfield.
All right, Mr. Hollywood, up there in Illinois, have yourself a blessed day. Santa Claus brought me an early Christmas present. He brought it out to my face for me. Actually, I did it to myself. All right, Mr. Hollywood, it's the first time I've been able to talk on the radio since Tuesday. I had a little fun. All right, Hollywood, have yourself a blessed day. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, 0283 Brass Monkey. With 2 black eyes back out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think, like I said, I don't think like they do. I'll never understand them. I'll never understand these women. It just doesn't make sense.
The more you treat them like shit, the more they wanted it. And the more trouble you got into, the more they wanted it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I had said before, yeah, I got more pussy with my on my skateboard with my weed pipe. I ain't kidding, man. I had more puss when I barely had a job, you know, and the work that I did have didn't pay anything, hardly. Back when I was doing automotive, working at automotive repair places, you know, I was getting paid like a gas station attendant, you know. But there was always plenty of pussy to be had. They always wanted to give me rides. I was stuck on a skateboard or a BMX bike. They always wanted to give me rides. They always wanted me to stay the night at their house and stuff like that. Hell, not now. Now I got my act together, got everything a boy could want. They don't want anything to do with me.
Terrible foul mouth.
And the ones that do.
Ticket number 626. The West Coast.
Yeah, the ones that do are,
That's why you use a video camera when you take it apart. And then when you
Checkpoint on the west side. Checkpoint. Hello, radio.
Like, fuck. You know, you want to fuck or what? No, I don't want to play your fucking beat around the bush fucking game. You know? And if you don't fucking play their game, they get all pissy.
Oh, absolutely. No, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. And the last one I had was all mad and got all pissed off at me and wanted to argue with me because I don't ask her enough questions. I don't care about her because I don't ask. I never ask about stuff. You know. What the hell? It's a hassle. It really is. It's too much of a hassle. And most of these white women are woke. They don't like you because you're white, and they're white too.
Hello, radio.
I've seen the same thing. I've seen the exact same thing happen.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Yeah. I've seen the same stuff. I can never understand it. Yeah, they jump on the bandwagon, like you said, whichever direction the wind blows. You know. Yeah, I've seen them do some dumb stuff. And I think it's just damn near all of them.
Race riots at my high school because some of the bitches would stir some shit up, you know, that would hang out in their room. A lot of them end up fucking marrying Mexicans.
Yeah. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all that crap. When does it end? I think about the same thing. You know, when I was a young buck and was running around raising hell, and you know, and was into this and that and loud heavy metal music and the whole thing. Oh yeah, these old people they hated it. They hated that. Oh boy, did they hate it. And I couldn't understand what it was that they hated about it. And that's the same thing. And here we are. We're getting older and we're looking over, but these people that I'm looking at that I can't understand, they're not exactly kids. They're grown adults, you know? And I feel like an old guy, like a pissed off old guy, an old crabby old man. But these people are not exactly kids that are doing this stuff. The purple hair and the green hair and the blue hair and all that, that's not okay. And it's not just children doing this. It's all walks of life, at all ages.
I used to take it easy, George. You up? West Coast operator on the other side out here on Southern California.
It's just not right. Right on. No, I just was doing that the other day. A bunch of wheels and tires, and you said rims, and just everything. Headers, just it looks like a junkyard. I put everything down in the middle of this shrub oak, so it's somewhat hidden. But boy, I gotta pick your part over here.
Carol Radio, 455 Mayorfield, bring it up.
You know? Well, you know how that goes. I've never broke a one-ton. I've never busted a one-ton axle. I've done it to a Dana 44. I have. I've torn up Dana 44s. Never done a Dana, never tore up a Dana 60 though. I've done drive lines. Still drive lines, but never spun a spline on an axle on a one-ton in my life.
That's what usually does it right there. There's that old Ford Jeep Van Dana 60 type Indian. He has it.
hook a come along with it and fucking bang on it with an air chisel and a rivet buster fucking giant reel. It didn't shear the shaft. It twisted them and bowed them up in there where they were jammed up.
Yeah, I've got to go through the axle on my the front. I have no idea what the gears are in there. It's just welded. I know it's welded, welded up like a spool. But I have no idea what's in there. And it's bearings and this and that, and it's binding up. So I've got to completely. So, hey, you know how to do that? You want to rebuild that axle for me?
The front? Possibly. I might even have a spool for that. I'd have to check and see. I believe the rear is the same. It's 16 volts. So it's the same no matter what. As far as the third member and the ring opinions go. Once you get into the older ones, I think the newer ones are reverse rotation.
Yeah, this is it's an older Kingpin Dana. I mean, as far as newer ones, I mean, they didn't do them for that long. I mean, they used to run Eatons in them in the early in the 60s and I think early 70s even. They were running Eatons in them. I mean, right up to the 80s, I do not think that GM changed anything with their Kingpin front axles.
Are you going to do locking hubs on that, or are you going to do full-time locked?
It has locking hubs on it right now. I mean, I could do slugs, but the thing, if you're just going to be in the rocks all the time, slugs. If you're going to jump on the highway, you're locking hubs. I'm fine with locking hubs. Having a spool, you probably want to go with slugs.
Well, Don, if you're going to take it on the street, you put the fucking locked front end on that, even a posi track, or like a posi locker, you'd want to have locking hubs, because I've had off-road trucks throw me off the highway because of I didn't unlock the hubs. Lock that front end up. It does some weird shit to your steering.
Oh, you bet it does. Yeah. Know what I'll probably do is get one of them Grizzlies or whatever that is, Yukon. A Yukon. I was told to stay away from the new Detroits because of the metal isn't tough. It's probably Chinese is why now. Everything's Chinese. KTMs are Chinese now. Husqvarnas and KTMs are Chinese and made in India. They don't advertise that, do they? Anyhow, I have to go through this axle, and what I'll do is I'll just get a new carrier and gear it. 513. The rear's a 513. That ought to be good for now. I'll probably downsize on tires. Probably go down to a 42 or a 40 eventually. So if I wear these out, I don't know. But I just need all the bearings done. Pulled. You have a tool to pull the race. Maybe we don't need to pull the race. I usually leave the race unless it's damaged. But like I said, it was binding, so I don't know what's going on with it.
Ball 455, Bakersfield.
Sometimes I'll salvage the ring pinion and dirt, the carrier. But every time I touch the rear end, all the fucking bearings.
Hey, where's the right back at you?
Like I said, I know that someone was using it
in their crawler at one time. You know, there wasn't, the high steer was already on it, and they had the big, you know, it was all heimed with the big fat heims and stuff. The guy I bought it from was going to use it on a project, and he never got around to it, so he didn't know anything about it. But wherever it came from, whoever was using it and had modified it at one time, it was definitely sure. Anyhow, so I gotta rebuild the whole thing. That's next. So anyhow, if you're interested, I don't want to throw it on the trailer or drive it down.
I heard somebody trying to get me on the phone, but I don't have a real good talk about it. What was that word, trying to get back and salt your dog?
Whenever you buy parts, they always like throw you like a little bag of like with a little squirt of marking compound in it.
That lives with the radio blowing smoke. 455 with the wave.
I like to mark all the beats. I've had because I've had them fuck up and machine them kind of off just a little bit.
Blow down there, no brother. Hey, no brother. First week of March, I'll be down there. Around Jackson, Mississippi. First week of March.
I ain't waving your way.
No doubt, no doubt. Just thought I'd jump in there and say howdy, howdy.
Is there shimming involved in the front, like in the rear, if it needs it? I'm pretty sure it does.
Duck killer, I'm out the way.
Yeah, sometimes if you get like a bearing kit, depending on where you're getting it from, it'll come with a bunch of shims.
Same to you, my friend.
Reuse the old shims, and then they'll get to the starting point, and they'll get me close. I have to order any shims I can. Okay. Well, that's next. I went and visited 80% the other day. Brought them a big section of channel I'm going to use for the bumper, some lights, some LED tail light with the newer lights. They're made by Moto-Built. A lot of other companies make them, but it kind of looks like your standard U-Haul light, tail light, but it has turn signal and a reverse light in it, in the bullseye. So he's going to wire those up.
Going on the west side, check point, check point.
Things in a fuse hole set up to wire the whole thing. Now there's a lot of wiring. You know, there's nothing to it, but he's got all that fresh. He's going to finish that up. We're going to cage it, but I'm going to hold off because I need a budget now. I don't know what's going to happen as far as months, so I got to tighten up. But after he's done, he said he'd be after next week. He said that thing's going to be wrapped up. And the only thing really left to do on that thing to get it out in the out in the hills, out in the rocks or whatnot, or wherever is that front axle. I need to go through that whole front Dana 60, re-gear it, and bearings, and make sure everything's good. If it needs an axle, it needs an axle. Hello.
Right on. Yeah, I'm going, but I'll talk to you more about it. I'll be out here later.
All right, man. I'll see you.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Did you know that was me, 29 Red Rider? Red Rider 29. Yep, checkpoint on the west side. Just trying to get in there and say hello. Flyboy Radio was in there waving at you too, man, right when I keyed up, so I'm going to get on out of the way. Hey, 29, 29. Checkpoint west side. Joe, man, I get it. I do too. So I'm glad I put it on you right there, man. Hope everything's well and swell. Happy on everything, man. Jolly, and peace and greed and stuff. I'll let some of them other fellas get at you, man. They was calling. Now you sound good and loud, man. He may be running here and pick up the mic and get on you. Hey, 29, good to hear you. Red Rider, checkpoint. Yeah, still count down. Now, when you talk to Red Rider next, you tell him checkpoint's waving a friendly 5. I know he's going to get at you. Bye-bye-bye. Somebody's got a beeping. All right, you fixed it.
Radio 305, Fresno, California. Traffic
been tough. Mother Nature in the wild, wild west, old Jack. But in this side-by-side mud duck mobile, bouncing around the rocks.
Something like that. But then again, I never have, so...
Your big Jaguar, they want to take a ride in my side-by-side. But it just got big rough out here, man. My receive on this end, I don't know, maybe you can hear this little old mud duck mobile, but it's just rough and tough in my ears out here on this Saturday afternoon. Old Jaguar, in the lane.
Get back, see you. Get back here on that side, smoking.
Hey, check, I got it all here, Flyboy. It's my friend. Weekend. Sounding good down around the Tijuana border. I'll catch you when we get back out of the way. Oh, 151 listening down around the southwest corner.
Wacky. That thing is big enough to be a coast, but, yeah, I get what you're saying there. Hey, man, you have a good one down there. Sounds a little familiar.
Have a great weekend. Happy holidays. Oh, 151 listening.
Or modulation, I should say. But you have a good one down there. Fishing lines left. Where they need to be. We'll get back quiet. I'm off the key. We'll see ya. Bye.
Big Island Breaker.
Thanks, man. I wasn't trying to step in no way. Just trying to get over hello and goodbye and all I can, man. I'll catch up with you later. Go for our check point. Bye now.
around Phoenix, Arizona, getting on up.
number, 316 milligrams. Your name and number, 316 milligrams.
drivers were out there, man. East Coast got some kind of condition on me, man. And they're the ones making rough and tough. Oh, right around the east side. I heard the west side, east side, 316 mini draft, looking right at you, breaker. Yeah, I guess I'm going to leave them, Bigfoot in Arkansas. Looks like I still got conditions on your state, man. Hello, Bigfoot, 316 with Hawaiian. Get back, breaker.
What about that check on the west side? Old Jeff Denver try to get you away, then breaker. That's negative contact on check point. Old Jeff Denver try to get you. I'll be reading the mail. This is I got rough and tough out here on the east side, no doubt about it, breaker. modulation. Modulation. You know? It's all about modulation.
I thought it was about agitation.
Modulation is what it's really all about, you know? It's all about modulation.
Oh, I always thought it was about agitation. Now I know.
So raw,
I appreciate you straightening me out on that. I've been concentrating on the wrong thing for 30 years, please. So you say it's all about the modulation, is that what you're saying?
One of these days I'm going to get me one of them lineator things you guys keep talking about. A box, a pill box, a lineator. One of them lineator things.
Well, I thought it was a laner. I thought it was a laner, is what they call it.
You gotta get one of them lineators. I think you need one of them lineators.
I thought it was a laner. I thought they called them laners.
And then I'm going to get my 10 raw, y'all. That's what I'm going to do. And at that point, I'm just going to go ahead and get my 10 raw, y'all. 10 raw, y'all.
Well, I thought it was 14. I thought it was more like 14.
Yeah, royal. Big old 10 royal. Oh, royal.
Well, you know what a royal is? I mean, there's no trying to get any contradiction that way.
10 Raji on the mall. Yeah, big old 10 royal. Big 10 royal.
That's Dixie. Cool breeze in Utah. Wave a hand. Oh, yeah, I got y'all up in that cool breeze around Utah. Old jackhammer tops out of Dixie. Waving right back. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you out there, buddy. It's good there. That's good up here in Utah. Cool breeze. I'll see us 3K out there yourself. Merry Christmas.
It's a mess. It's full of liberals. The worst time, too.
Jackhammer, I ain't got nothing but a cool breeze, my friend up north. But I'm out here riding around my side by side talking to myself about why not jackhammer.
That ain't nothing, man. You know, after 1969, all them hippies from California went and moved up into Oregon and ruined that state a long time ago, too. All them liberals moved up there and ruined Oregon. It's a shame. It really is. Shame on the mess.
Jackhammer, I was just playing around. Somebody else was hollering back at me, and then you jumped in there and took him over. And I was just joking around. I'm out here in my mobile. I didn't think I had nothing for cool breeze. I'll get out of the car, big away. Tell my friend on cool breeze, old Jackrabbit waving a friendly five, and I didn't. God, they could do that on purpose. It's just a Mother Nature thing. Jackhammer. Jackrabbit with the wave, and I've been here and gone for a minute. Bye-bye. Yeah, Roger, Jackrabbit. I'll roll a I 10-4. Tell that Jackrabbit cool breeze said hello if I can get it back to you. On the cool breeze. Jackrabbit, old cool breeze, find that nickel in the dime, roll it right straight back to you. All right, man. We keep collecting all these convict and nickels and dimes. We might be able to get a roll of quarters and go to the laundromat. Jackhammer, thanks for passing those pies and nickels and dimes and all that stuff. Jackhammer, Jackrabbit with the wave, and I've been here and gone. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, you too, man. Doing good. 951. is 951 Thomas Yellowbird. Where are the men at? 951 Thomas Yellowbird here. Yoo-hoo.
Good afternoon there, Crush. Cool breeze out of Utah. Gonna wave a hand.
This is Thomas Yellowbird, and I'm looking for all the men. Where are the men at?
Thomas Yellowbird, if you're looking for a man, I don't think I will talk to you, buddy. I'm gonna clear out of here. I'm on the track.
But I'm Thomas Yellowbird, and I'm looking for a man, a real man.
Breeze out of Utah. Gonna try to wave a hand.
Ghost Rider. About a Ghost Rider. You got a sloppy copy on Sack in the Shack, Mojave Desert. We're breaking and standing by.
I know, huh? I gotta quit doing that.
something.
I don't know why my shotgun is over at.
Hold on a sec here. Let me go ahead and ease on up in your receive. Oh, wow. Nothing but a bunch of mud ducks is what's going on. You know how it goes. Bunch of mud ducks. West Side Duck Killer.
They kind of fell off again. Wild child jackrabbit in a side-by-side thing. You read? Funneling in. There they come, one by one, single file. Bill. Look at them little mud ducks all waddling in there like that. Look at all them little mud ducks. Look at all them little hatchlings. Look at all them little hatchlings looking up at me. Oh, them little mud ducks.
That big diesel truck out there, man. Where that big diesel truck out there at? Honk, honk.
Well, sometimes you just gotta be fixing to raise up. That's what I'm saying. Foul row, yeah. I pulled the radio out of my truck because, like I said, I was getting some weird feedback on it. Didn't seem like it was feeding back on it, so it was a coax issue. I brought it in, put it on the base, and it ain't doing it. But I like what I'm seeing. It's just an old Lincoln, man. But boy, it sure does drive the driver better, you know. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just use this as my base for now on, and I don't know. There's something else out there in the Mobile. That's what people have been saying. The audio is not bad on it. It's got a stock microphone too. But you don't need no amplification, and that's perfect. That's right. What I need. I don't need anything interfering with RF and all that stuff. It's just really bare bones. Mobile. Bye. Portable TX. 191 Mobile. Hey, Rob out here today. Hey, Double Deuce Flyboy Radio. Double Deuce Flyboy Radio. Jack Rabbit out here by the side-by-side mud duck Mobile. Gonna try to get near radio with this rough Mother Nature Flyboy. In the wind. There's a rubber dove. Fire your radio. In my radio, you took a ride in my side-by-side. Flyboy, Double Deuce. Flyboy Radio, Jack Rabbit in the mix. Bye-bye. How about it out there, DX Land? How about it, DX Land? 435, Mojave Desert, California. Breaker, breaker. $18.36 in the Carolinas, 435 with a wave.
10 435, Trailblazer. I guess I can't get in there. 435. God bless. I'm off the key. Hello there, Fox. Cool breeze out of Utah. Gonna try to wave a hand on that radio of yours. Cool breeze, a cool breeze out of Utah. How about that Foxtrot out there in Detroit? Cool breeze out of Utah, John. I heard someone coming back on the cool breeze. It's rough up here, though. I can't hardly hear anybody. It's just all mixed up. It was the Green Hornet that cool breeze pulled up on the radio that time. Detroit, I pulled you out that time on the cool breeze. Try to get back to you.
a mile off the speed here, 320. Company off at your time, 321, 352, back in the bushes. Good afternoon, Tom. Big Brother 124. How you doing? Jumping up and down in the TC. We're going to have back to me around that side of the truck. 124. No remote. Happy. And, from me and mine, you and 352 back wide. Trailer right there, 411. Out there, old jackrabbit. Side by side, mud duck, mobile, lead away. One more time. Bye-bye. Side by side, old jackrabbit in the desert with the wave. Oh, running along, I was going to do it all the time and dipping his eyes and all kinds of big things today. I was going to let you know you came out here and you jumped in and took a ride, my little side-by-side mud duck mobile, running fox. Have a good one. I'll get back with you on that. I'm headed to the shack. Bye-bye.